Welcome to the Wellness Made Easy podcast. I'm Larry Logsdon, and today we're revisiting an important episode from April of 2023. We're tackling a crucial topic, managing your blood sugar during a time when many indulge in sugary treats. Joining me today is Dr. Bob Martin, host of the largest weekend syndicated health talk show in America, airing on over 500 radio stations nationwide. Can natural remedies like Noni Juice help you maintain a better health? How can we protect ourselves from the dangers of high sugar consumption? Stay with us to find out more.
I'm going to now bring on our special guest to talk about it. His name is Larry Logsdon. He is a functional food and exotic botanical researcher. And I want to start off by wishing Larry and his family a very healthy and a very happy and a blessed Easter today. Good day to you, Larry.
Thank you, Dr. Bob. Thank you so much, and happy Easter to you and the entire listening audience.
Well, question, do you think anybody got the answer to the quiz question this morning, Larry, as it relates to what fruit we were talking about, maybe?
Not that many people know about it that way, but there are some. And most people don't know that we're talking about noni fruit.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
It's an amazing, amazing fruit, folks. Seriously, can help you improve your health to an incredible level, bring up your wellness. And in this case, we're talking about how to actually help manage your blood sugar. Because, this is Easter Sunday, and the day that so many people consume way too much sugar in all kinds of different forms, and they just don't realize how deadly it can be.
Mm-hmm. So the question becomes, Larry, how many peeps are you going to throw back today?
I'm not throwing any today, Bob.
No peeps today? No pink,
sir.
No pink or blue or purple peeps for you today, huh?
Not today. I don't really care for those. I remember when I was a kid, they were kind of cool. But there's so much sugar in that that it runs me off the railroad track right away. And what happens, a lot of folks don't realize that this whole problem we're having with blood sugar or what you would call obesity, it's the same problem, has been engineered. The people behind all this want you to love this stuff because they know it's going to bring you into the doctor's office, going to bring you into the pharmacy. It's going to put money in their pockets. They like that stuff.
Yeah, and then some people are probably saying to themselves, oh, here we go, another conspiracy thinker. Yeah, right, engineered it. What are you talking about? Next, they'll be talking about black helicopters circling my house. Well, folks, I'm telling you this for real. Now, the reason I say that is from experience. Experience teaches you this. I've spoken to many food scientists who used to work in the bowels of these large food companies, and what they do in the boardrooms, you would not believe. They're not in there talking about, hey, let's make sure we have enough nutrients in this product we're putting out so that human beings could benefit by it and keep their health steady. No. That's not what they talk about. What they talk about in those boardrooms, and I have it from the people that I trust and know, what they talk about is how they can adulterate materials that used to be called food into a product that when you consume it, it has so little nutrients that you're forced to consume more of it in order to try to obtain the nutrients that you'll never get no matter how much you take in. So it's like that rat experiment. They give the rats the white flour and the white bread, and eventually they kill the rats no matter how much they eat. So it's kind of like that.
It is exactly that way. You see, the food companies know that if they can get you hooked on their product, whatever it might be, and they can increase their sales, they're going to look good to their shareholders. That's all they care about.
And if you don't think this is for real, folks, you have been living in a fairy tale. Believe me, this is going on. Not every single company, but the vast majority of them. It's all about profitability. It's about the big cha-ching. Hit that register. Make that register ring to the demise of human beings, which is sad. We're going to get back into this. Stay with us. It's the Dr. Bob Martin Show. All right, our special guest this segment of the program is Larry Logsdon. Larry Logsdon is an expert in functional foods and exotic botanical fruits, particularly Noni. And we need to talk about that. And in the initial segments of the program, I relayed to you and repeated what the British Medical Journal is talking about, and so many other scientists and health experts are trying to get the attention of more Americans to pull back or reduce their consumption of refined sugars and refined ultra-processed carbohydrates, because we have a health crisis in America, starting with obesity, and it rolls from there to diabetes and heart disease and high blood pressure and cancers and all the rest of them. And most of that is preventable, totally preventable. We usually eat our way to those diseases one mouthful at a time. So we're kind of wounding ourselves with our spoons and our forks all day long, and it's not necessary. We're here just to reinforce that, we're just like you, Larry and I. I'm a recovering sugaraholic. So is Larry. I happen to know that. And we're doing everything we can to help inform people about ways that you can leverage the foods and the drinks that you're consuming so that you can continue to consume them, but just make the better choices. And one of those choices, and it will seem strange to many of you as an alternative for, let's say, if you're guzzling down that OJ first thing in the morning or the big glass of apple juice first thing in the morning, that is a monumental error. Monumental error. It is no different than drinking a soda pop that is full of 10 teaspoons of refined sugar. Your body treats it the same way as drinking a big glass of orange juice on an empty stomach, or apple juice. You send your kids out of the building on apple juice and orange juice. Not a good thing. And I know it's going to seem a little strange, but there is a fruit juice you should be drinking, which has just the opposite effect. And that's where our expert comes in, Larry Logsdon, because he knows this. He studies it. He's the expert on the botanical fruit called Noni. And I'm going to let you pick it up from there, Larry, why it is that a fruit is so atypical to help people with blood sugar problems like Noni compared to, let's say, apple juice or orange juice or grape juice or whatever it is they're consuming.
Well, Dr. Bob, it's actually a very, very simple formula. Basically, what you have here are two different pathways. One is dopamine, which is what sugar gives you, a big hit of dope. And the problem you have with sugar and dopamine is you can only hit the high once. You keep trying to hit it again and again and again and again. The problem is you never get to where you were before. Mm-hmm. And that's how they get you addicted, folks. That's how it works. Noni's different. Noni takes the serotonin pathway. The serotonin pathway is all about regulating all of these effects in your body. Everything is regulated by serotonin, and Noni releases serotonin. It's the happy feeling. It's the feel-good feeling versus that high that only lasts for a few minutes and then, blam, you hit the floor again. And this is an amazing thing because when you get down the pathway of serotonin, you make all body systems come back into alignment. And this is particularly important for people who are having difficulty managing their blood sugar. I mean, they took patients that were on insulin and they had real diabetic problems, and they put them on Noni juice. And this is after they tried everything they could to get their blood sugar under control. And after 8 weeks, Noni reduced their blood sugar of their morning reading significantly. Now, we didn't bring it down to zero. Nothing's going to do that. You're going to have to exercise to burn up the extra calories. It's an amazing thing. This was published just very recently, and this is an amazing thing, folks. If you are interested in regulating and get your body back on course, it isn't rocket science. This can help you.
Our special guest is Larry Logsdon. He is the CEO and founder of Tahiti Trader Noni Juice. You can look up what they're doing online at TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com. Now, Larry just spoke about the relationship between taking in Noni as a fruit, which is, it's really kind of contradictory to what most of us learn, and that is high levels of concentrated fruit or fruit juice will spike blood sugar. Noni is very different. And that's what we want to have you learn the distinction between that. In fact, we have, and we will do this after the next break, an amazing testimonial from an individual who discusses not just Noni for helping his blood sugar, the very worst type of blood sugar disturbance in the human body, type 1 diabetes, which is like an autoimmune type diabetes, as opposed to the more common one, which most people suffer from today in the United States. Type 2 used to be called adult onset diabetes. Today, of course, we can't even call it that because children are developing this type of type 2 diabetes. And we'll get into that and that testimonial and the comments on the back side of it once you listen to it, which will happen coming out of the next break. But for Larry, how can people be on this conversation? Because people are moving in and out of this conversation, going to church, coming back from church. How can they find out more about Noni Juice to help leverage some of the medicinal and beneficial effects of it?
Well, one of the ways would be you go to our website, tahititrader.com, and you'll find out a whole lot there. We also have a very, very cool online course you can take on building your immune system, which, by the way, folks, is the very same thing as regulating your blood sugar, all one stroke of the pen. And you will find it's available at our website. In fact, we have a very special offer only for Dr. Bob Martin listeners. You just go to our website, a little pop-up will show up. All you need to do is put your name in there and your email address so we can send you the course. And you can now get on track.
All right, so that's a $200 value, folks. Go there, tahititrader.com. Now, as promised, it seems contradictory to say that by consuming a fruit or fruit juice can possibly help anybody with any blood sugar problems. Well, it just so happens that there is an individual, and Larry provided this to me, and I've listened to it, and it's amazing. An individual who not only was helped with his diabetes, but the type of diabetes that he has is very recalcitrant to any kind of natural therapies usually. And you have to be very, very careful with people with type 1 diabetes, because it's a type of autoimmune diabetes where your body doesn't even make insulin. Whereas in the type 2, it's different. It's completely the opposite of that usually. And so I want you to listen to this very carefully, this testimony of this individual that Larry provided who was consuming Tahiti Trader Noni Juice. And then we'll talk about this on the back side of his amazing story.
I was diagnosed with type 1 juvenile diabetes when I was 7 years old in October of 1979. I grew up taking insulin. We stayed at the home of a church member. One night we got to talking to his wife. She was telling us about Noni Juice, how she had been struggling with lupus. Noni Juice was the one thing that had sent her lupus into remission. I had told her I was a juvenile diabetic, and she said, well, you've got to try Noni Juice. This will be really beneficial to you. It was a couple of years later, I was having some problems with my physical health. And so I thought, you know what, I need to try Noni Juice. And so I started looking for different brands of Noni Juice, and I came across Tahitian Trader, the best tasting Noni Juice. Gave it a shot. I liked it. And I noticed the health benefits almost immediately. So I have used Noni Juice ever since. Anytime I get sick, it takes me a long time to recover. So Noni Juice takes the recovery time almost to zero, which is really a huge blessing. As a matter of fact, I was starting to get a cold, jumped right into the island style Noni Juice. The sore throat that I had just started to get is gone. I haven't seen my doctor because of COVID in probably a year. The insurance company was giving me a hard time with a couple of my medications, one of which was my insulin, and the other was blood pressure medication. I hadn't had my regular blood pressure medication for probably 3 days. The pharmacy would not refill it until I saw the doctor. So it had been a couple of days since I had that medication, and I could feel my blood pressure rising. So I was drinking Noni Juice about 3 times a day. I started into that. It helped tremendously. I could feel my blood pressure decrease. So that was a benefit. With diabetics, fear of rising blood pressure is that you'll either have a stroke or a heart attack. Well, either of those. And so I believe that Noni Juice really helped keep me from 1, having a stroke, and 2, having a heart attack, and then bringing my blood pressure back under control. And then, of course, it has helped with regulating my blood sugar as well. My blood sugar highs aren't as high as they've been in the past, and they're certainly, that's a benefit too. If your blood sugar goes way too high, what happens is your blood can thicken, and it makes it more difficult for your body to pump the blood. So Noni Juice has helped. Really, it's been a blessing and a benefit because it's helped decrease my blood sugar levels. It's helped maintain a healthy blood pressure. It's been a blessing all the way around. I praise the Lord for it because it's been absolutely a wonderful, wonderful thing for me to take on a daily basis.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find out more about Tahiti Trader Noni Juice, that's an amazing testimonial over there. Go to their website, TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com. Look for Tahiti Trader Noni Juice in your favorite health food store, or you can call 800-842-5309. 800-842-5309 or TahitiTrader.com. We have been talking about an amazing exotic fruit that you can utilize even when you have blood sugar problems. This is not for someone to believe that by listening to this, if they are type 1 diabetic, that they can stop their insulin injections or their insulin medicines. No. You need to be in touch with your doctor. This is about leveraging what Mother Nature has put on this earth for us to learn about. And in this particular case, Noni Juice in different styles. One, the testimonial the amazing testimonial you heard from the individuals taking it, he talked about island style, which is probably the better one for him because of his type 1 diabetes. And there's also another form of Noni Juice, which is a kind of a better tasting Noni Juice, but less therapeutic, called the regular Noni Juice, which is flavored with blueberry and raspberry. It also tastes awesome, and you might try that. But you can find either one of these different Tahiti Trader Noni Juices in health food stores nationwide. GNC, different stores like that, or better yet, hit their website at TahitiTrader.com, TahitiTrader.com, or call them directly for more information beyond this conversation at 800-842-5309. 842-5309, or look for Tahiti Trader Noni Juice in your favorite health food store. Larry, we just have about as much time to say goodbye to you because I know you got to go, and so do we. We so appreciate you breaking away on your holiday weekend here, Easter Sunday, to join us to discuss this very important topic.
Oh, well, thank you, Dr. Bob, for having me on. It's been wonderful. I love to tell people about the wonderful, wonderful benefits you can have, you can enjoy, and really make your life better with Noni Juice.
No question about it. Keep up the good work. We'll have you back on soon, Larry, to discuss it further.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Happy Easter.
Thank you, and same to you and your family, sir.
Thank you for tuning into the Wellness Made Easy podcast. We appreciate your support. Be sure to follow us on social media and visit TahitiTrader.com for more health tips and information. Until next time, stay well.